Affiliate marketing still works, but the old copy-paste strategy is basically dead. You cannot just grab a random affiliate link, post it everywhere, and expect people to buy. People can smell a lazy recommendation fast. So in this video, I'm going to show you how affiliate marketing works now. We'll talk about what changed, how to pick a niche, how to choose products people already want, how to create content that actually converts, whether you should use TikTok or YouTube, how to build an email list, and what your first commission roadmap should look like. And this matters right now because AI has changed the game. McKinsey found that 88% of organizations are now using AI in at least one business function, and IAB projected creator economy ad spend to reach $37 billion. That means more brands are working with creators, but it also means the internet is packed with AI written reviews. I'm Erin from Side Hustle Mastery. Let's get into it. Affiliate marketing used to be more basic. You picked a product, wrote a review, added your link, and hoped someone clicked. That still exists, but it is much harder now. AI made it easier to create content, but it also made the internet way more crowded. So if your whole strategy is using AI to write a generic review and then pasting a link at the bottom, that is not enough. The better strategy is helping people make a decision. That's really what affiliate marketing is. Someone already has a problem. They are already looking at tools, software, apps, services, courses, or products, and your content helps them figure out what makes sense. Not what pays the most, not what has the flashiest landing page, what actually helps them. That is the difference between content that feels useful and content that feels like an ad. Now let's talk about niches. And this is where a lot of beginner advice gets too broad. People say pick fitness, finance, tech, beauty, or business, but those are not really niches. Those are giant categories. A better niche is a specific person with a specific problem. So instead of business, you could do tools for new LLC owners. Instead of finance, you could do budgeting apps for freelancers. Instead of tech, you could do AI tools for real estate agents. And instead of fitness, you could do home workout gear for busy parents. That is easier to create content around because you know exactly who you're talking to. A good beginner niche usually has three things. An easy way to check this is to ask, are people already searching for this? Are there products to recommend? And would someone spend money to fix this problem? That's why software, creator tools, personal finance tools, business tools, education, productivity, and certain home office products can work extremely well. And yes, you can start without followers, but if you have no audience, you need to start with usefulness. Make content people are already searching for. Beginner tutorials, product comparisons, setup guides, mistakes to avoid, best tools for a specific person. You're not trying to become famous first, you're trying to answer questions people already have. Once you have a niche, the next step is picking products. Do not start with which products pays the biggest commission. You want to start with what are people already buying to solve this problem. For example, if your niche is YouTube beginners, people may already be buying microphones, editing software, thumbnail tools, lighting, and YouTube growth tools. That keeps you from promoting random stuff nobody wants. And you can find products a few ways. Search the product name plus affiliate program, look at affiliate networks, check tools you already use, look at what creators in your niche are recommending, or use AI and search tools to make a list of products in your category. But here is the real filter. Would you recommend this to a real person if there was no commission? If the answer is no, skip it. One bad recommendation can hurt trust fast. You also want to understand the offer. What does it cost, who it's best for, and what problem does it solve? What are the downsides? Are there refunds, free trials, or monthly plans? The more you understand the product, the better your content will be. And once you join the affiliate program, make sure you use your actual tracking link. This is how the company knows the sale actually came from you. Also disclose your affiliate links clearly. The FTC says affiliate relationships should be disclosed clearly and close to the recommendation. Don't hide it, just say something simple like this video contains affiliate links, which means I may earn a small commission if you sign up through my link. It's normal, it's honest, and it protects trust. Also, I will leave the tools I mentioned below so you can check them out as you build your affiliate setup. Now let's talk about the content. This is where most beginners mess up. They think affiliate content means here is this product, go buy it. But people usually need more than that. They have doubts, they want to know if the tool is worth it, and they want to know who it's for. And if it were me, I want to know what the downsides are, and I want to know if there is a better option. So the content that works now is content that helps someone choose. For example, Beehive versus Kit, which newsletter platform should beginners use? Best email marketing tools for creators, Descript tutorial for beginners, TubeBuddy versus vidIQ for growing a YouTube channel, or best tools to start affiliate marketing without a website. That type of content works because it matches what people are already thinking. SEMrush is useful here because it helps you find what people are searching for instead of guessing topics from scratch. TubeBuddy can help if you are making YouTube videos and want support with topics, tags, optimization, and vidIQ is another helpful YouTube research tool for spotting search demand and video opportunities. But the goal is not to sound like a sales page. The goal is to sound like a person who actually looked at the options. Tell people what you liked, what felt annoying, and who the product is probably not right for. That is what makes the recommendation feel real. So should you use TikTok or YouTube? This is the simple answer. Use short form for testing, use long form for trust. TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts are great for quick product tips, mistakes to avoid, mini comparisons, and simple demos. You can test a lot of these ideas quickly and see what people respond to. But long form usually converts better for affiliate marketing because if someone watches a full tutorial, review, or comparison, they spend more time with you. They understand your reasoning, they hear all of the details, and they are more likely to trust the link that you're providing. So if I were starting from scratch, I would use both in a simple way. Make one strong long form video or article, then cut that idea into shorter clips. So Descript helps with editing, captions, audio cleanup, and turning longer content into shorter clips. So that way one piece of content can become a YouTube video, a few shorts, a few TikToks, and maybe even an email. You don't need to be everywhere perfectly, you just need a system you can repeat. Now let's talk about email. A lot of beginners skip this, but this is one of the smartest things that you can build. Because if you only rely on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, or Google, you are always depending on another platform. An email list gives you a direct way to reach people again. You can send helpful tips, product comparisons, tutorials, deal alerts, or weekly recommendations. So Beehive is a good fit if you want to build a newsletter around a topic and grow an audience. Kit also works well for creators who want email marketing, landing pages, automations, and simple funnels. And ActiveCampaign is better if you want more advanced automations and customer journeys. You don't need anything complicated at first. Start with a simple freebie, a checklist, a comparison chart, a beginner's guide, a resource list, something useful enough for someone to join your list. Then send emails that actually help. Do not only email when you want someone to buy, send tips, examples, mistakes, and honest recommendations. Now let's map out your first commission. Step 1, pick one niche, not 5. One audience, one main problem, one category of products. Step 2, choose 3 to 5 products. Pick products people already search for, products with clear use cases, and products you can explain simply. Step 3, create comparison and tutorial content. Reviews are okay, but tutorials are usually better for beginners because they feel more helpful. Show someone how to solve a problem, then mention the product naturally inside of the solution. Step 4, publish for 60 to 90 days. Not one post, not 2 videos. Give yourself enough time to see what topics get views, clicks, comments, and saves. Step 5, track what happens. Which content gets attention, which links get clicks, which products get questions, and this is how you improve. And how long does it take to get commission? It depends. Some people get one in a few weeks if they pick the right product and get traffic quickly, but for most beginners, a more realistic timeline is a few months of consistent content. That does not mean you are doing it wrong, it just means you are still getting data. Once you start getting clicks and commissions, then you can scale. The first move is doubling down on what already works. If one comparison gets traffic, make more around that product category. If one tutorial gets clicks, make a beginner version, a mistakes version, and an advanced version. The second move is building your email list. That gives you more chances to earn from each person who finds you. The third move is adding your own products later. For example, if you promote newsletter tools, you could eventually sell a newsletter setup template. If you promote YouTube tools, you could sell a content planning system. Or if you promote business software, you could sell a beginner's guide or a service. That is how affiliate marketing becomes more than just commission income. You start by recommending tools, then you learn what your audience needs, then you build around that. So that is how I would start affiliate marketing today. Pick one niche, choose products people already want, and create content that helps them make a decision. Then build an email list so you're not relying only on algorithms. AI can help you move faster, but trust is what actually gets people to click. I will leave the tools I mentioned down below, including Beehive, Kit, ActiveCampaign, SEMrush, TubeBuddy, vidIQ, and Descript. These are affiliate links, which means if you do choose to use my link, I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. I'm Erin from Side Hustle Mastery. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.